Salute to all my investors and self out there, man. Thank y'all for coming through. I know it's been a long time since I dropped entrepreneur conversation, man, but I'm back. I had to take a couple months off, a lot of things going on and what have you. And I know I did shows in the past talking about, as an entrepreneur, you're going to have trials and tribulations, but you got to continue to go. Yes, I didn't live by my own words and what have you. I'm human just like everybody else. But at the same time, yes. But what's so different is I'm solely my own team, right? It's just me, myself, and I running this brand as of right now. I don't have a team. So I don't have anybody that depends on me on a financial side or to continue to be able to put make their situation, their environment even better through being part of my team and what have you. So it's a lot more easier to, shut things down when you solely running yourself versus you having a team. And if you having a team and you hit trials and tribulations, you got to continue to go because you have people that depend on you so they can be able to take care of their loved ones and take care of people around them and what have you. So that's the only difference. But at the same time, you can take a break, but don't take a break whereas you never come back. But you got to understand too, in the midst of taking a break, it's going to be a lot of other brands that's been created, a lot of other people still showing up and what have you. So you might lose your place in line. You might lose your place within the algorithm. You might even lose your place in people thought when it comes to buying things, seeking out services, seeking out this and that, So it's always a two-sided thing, a drawback to making a decision and what have you. But at the same time, it's all about coming back even stronger, being focused, mentally focused, getting you some mental clarity and what have you. So that's basically, what I did, get some mental clarity, a lot of things going on within my life, within my circle, within my environment. So at the same time, I got to continue. I got to get back and just continue to grind as an entrepreneur and what have you, guys. You know what it is. Today's show that we're gonna be talking about today. I'm gonna be talking about, man, having a boss-like mindset and making boss moves. And it's very important to understand that, man. You definitely want to operate in a boss mindset. And that's especially as an entrepreneur, because like I said, when you creating the team, you putting people around you, that's separate you from being a real boss and not a boss at all. When you're a real boss and you have that boss like mindset, because it starts in the mental, it starts in your mind being a boss, the way you carry yourself, the way you act accordingly and what have you. But what separates you from others is, as a boss, you're going to be able to put other people in position so they can be able to win, take care of their surroundings, their loved ones, and what have you, right? That's the difference, right? For somebody that's saying they a boss and people actually making boss moves and what have you. But and that's the topic for today. We're going to be talking about, 5 things that can help you develop that boss like mindset so you can be able to start making whereas you have a team and you can be able to put people that's around you in position, giving them create jobs for them, what I'm saying, giving them financial opportunities to be able to better their situation, what have you. So that's what it is. But before I jump into the topic, just want to give you the understanding, man, far as being an entrepreneur and moving like a boss. Look at Angel Reese, man. Angel Reese, ever since college, she been having a large following. People knew who she was. I think she had at least like 2 million followers already in college, right? She had one of the biggest NIL deals and what have you. Because the thing about Angel Reese, man, whatever she touched turns into gold. She's a marketing genius. She know how to take things and market it, right? People gravitate towards her and what have you because everything that she has, man, is something that's special. And one key ingredients to why people are so drawn to Angel Reese, her products, whatever she got going. She got the podcast going. She got the Reebok going, right? She got what else she had? She has a percentage in ownership of a soccer team, what have you. McDonald's value meal, right? So it's a lot of things that she got going on, man. It's so special. But one thing that's so special about Angel Reese and people is so drawn to her is her authenticity, right? She's very authentic. Whatever she's doing, people see. That's why I say, whatever you do, it don't matter what you do, always put that one ingredient, and that's authenticity, into whatever you're doing, because it's very important, because people are drawn to something that's real when they feel like you are being very genuine and they know that's you, and they feel like, okay, this is a person that I can gravitate to because the way they are, the way they carry themselves, the way they show people love, the way they make people feel around them. Angel Reese is that person, right? So it's easy for people to fall in love with Angel Reese, fall in love with the person that she is. People that's in the league that love her, the vets love her, the younger players love her, college players love her because she's a very genuine person, right? And she always when she get around the vets want to soak up game, and that's very important as a young player. So Angel Reese, that right there alone make people really love her because they like, see, when it comes to vets, like just make this equivalent to an entrepreneur who's in a vet in entrepreneurship, been doing this, right? People who've been doing something for a long time and consider vets, they love when a young person come and want to soak up game. That makes them feel valuable. That makes them feel like, you know what, this is something, I have a lot to offer. For this person to take the time out to come to me and ask for help, ask for advice, that goes a long way. That shows the vets like, okay, I love this person because I have a lot to offer. I would just wait for somebody to come and ask for it and what have you, right? So that's how Angel Reese is. Whatever she's doing, right? She moved with a boss like mindset, right? She making boss moves. What's her name? Dejanay Carrington, right? This is the boss move that Angel Reese made. Her and Dejanay they real cool. She was able to help Dejanay get onto Reebok, right? So she can be able to make money, better her situation, be able to build her brand. Because if you know Reebok allows you to be creative, right? Throw your own creativity. You can put your creativity into a project, your shoes, your clothing, whatever they have to offer you, right? For her to make that boss move and put her friend DJ on to Reebok so she can start building her brand. She can start building, because you got to understand, this can lead to other things, right? This Reebok deal can lead to other things for DJ Carrington because people, right? People will see it like, okay, she's very creative, right? I like the way she moved. This is more sponsors. More people will come and ask, like, hey, can you do a business deal with me? Hey, can you come and sponsor this for me? And what have you? I got this product. Can you, this can lead to other things. And this is very major, right? This can be lead to something to where Reebok may come to Angel like, hey, we want you to run the whole women's department. We want you to be over this. And I don't know. She might be already over it, right? I think she might be, tell you the truth, or she have that role where I could be wrong, but I don't have time to look it up. But if, say, for hypothetically, say if she don't have it, and Shaq, which is one of the presidents, he's up there with Reebok, come to Angel and be like, Angel, would you be interested in being director of the women's side of Reebok and what have you, running it, right? That in turn, she can take DJ name that's already with the brand and put her in a better position, do other things for her and what have you. So these the boss type moves. See, when you position yourself and you move like have that mindset as a boss, because that's one thing, right? A boss a boss is a person that has that like have that boss like mindset that move like a boss, and people see it, right? It starts up here first. Then once you apply that mindset to your environment, that in turns turn into making boss moves, because now you have opportunities lined up where you can put people in position and give them jobs and what have you. So that's what's very special about Angel Reese, man. She's making because she already had that boss like mindset that trickles down to now being able to position yourself to make boss moves and put people in line that's in within your circle so they can be able to eat. They can make their situation even better. They can then in turn create jobs for people that's within their circle, within their families, within their family and what have you. So that's what is important about that, guys. But let me go ahead and jump into the topic. So the topic for today, we're gonna be talking about a boss-like mindset that then it turns into now you can make boss-like moves and what have you. So 5 things that I had that can potentially help you form that boss-like mindset, right? So first, you want to be able to control your circle. So that being said is the boss like mindset of controlling your circle is you want to be able to surround yourself with people who are ambitious, positive, and solution oriented people, because whoever you surround yourself with around, you should be able to learn from, right? Even if that's people that may know a lot more than you, because the thing about that is you always gonna have something to learn. They're gonna always have something to teach you, right? So you want to be able to surround yourself around people who are ambitious, even if y'all on the same level of knowledge and what have you. But since that person that you hire is ambitious like you, they're gonna be willing to learn other things, willing to be able to do other things, and right. So you want to be have people around you who just like you, ambitious, ready to go and get it, ready to learn, ready to create, and what have you, right? You also want to be around people, surround yourself around people with a positive like attitude, because when you positive, that brings great energy, right? Everybody moving, and not saying, yes, you're gonna have moments that you may get frustrated, you may get mad and what have you, but the if you remain on the positive side and you look at things in a positive way, no matter what's going on, you always gonna stay focused. It's going to keep you in within that positive energy to where you want to continue to create. You want to continue to look for ways so you can be able to succeed at whatever you're trying to do, right? So that's very, very important. Surround yourself around people who are ambitious, positive, and people solution oriented, because that's one key thing is surrounding yourself with adding people within your circle who can provide solutions. You don't have to hold their hand. You don't have to tell them something. They already looking for solutions. They already everything. If you ask them like, "Hey, I need, is there any way you can find out how to get this done?" Instead of you have to come up with solutions or breaking, giving them options, what have you. They already thinking about, okay, they asked me if I know how to do this or this and that. Let me go ahead and start creating some solutions. Let me start finding some solutions, forming some solutions, and what have you. And that's what you want to do, right? So the thing about it is, when you do that, right, and surround yourself around people who gonna be strong, gonna add value to your team, that's gonna help you win. That's gonna help you win. See, and the thing about it, if people that's not within your circle is not being productive, not adding any value, right? Or they don't display the ambitions like you do, they not positive in any way, is always a negative thing. The boss move come in is you cutting ties to people who are going to drain your energy, right? Or you want to be able to cut ties with people that's going to drain your energy and what have you, right? And so that's what's so important. Do that. See, the boss move come in at now you'll be able to invest your time into networking with mentors, leaders, and people who are doers. And that's the boss move come in, right? You already had the boss like mindset by surrounding yourself with people, like I said, who are ambitious, positive, solution oriented. So that's the boss like mindset. But the boss move come in at is now you can invest your time into networking with mentors, leaders, and doers. And that's very important because you have people who've been an entrepreneur for years and they still have a mentor because at the end of the day, like they say, iron sharpen iron, right? It's nothing wrong with having a mentor. Some people pay 5,000 a month for a mentor because you know what a mentor going to do, going to continue to keep you ahead of the game, going to continue to keep you in the right direction, right? Going to continue to create solutions for you, going to continue to helping you sharpen your skills. You know, anything that's new, they're going to show you the way. They're going to help you create the lane that you're trying to build and what have you. So that's what's very important, especially when you networking with leaders. People who are leaders always going to make sure that you are succeeding in some type of capacity, in some type of way, right? Because leaders like to see other people win. Leaders always going to have something, always going to have you in the right direction because they have that experience as leading a team, leading people, and what have you. So they're going to show you how to do that as owner yourself, as an entrepreneur yourself, and what have you. And you want to, like I said, doers, people that go out and do. Don't talk about it, just go and do it. That's very, very important to do. Number 2 on the list is learn daily and execute relentless, and that's very important, right? See, the boss mindset when it comes to that is never stop learning. You never stop learning. Like I tell people before, you never stop learning to the day you unalive. I'm not going to say the other word, but unalive, right? So that's very important because I think YouTube now you can't really say the word die. So I'm gonna say until the day you unalive, all right? So you're never going to stop learning. Never stop learning because learning is going to help you execute in a successful way as an entrepreneur, right? Read, listen to podcasts that add valuable information, right? Just don't listen to any podcast, right? Because you got some podcasts out here they really not feeding you information, right? But you want to read, you can listen to podcasts that's going to add value to what you already doing and what have you. And definitely you want to study your industry that you in, right? Because that's going to help you stay ahead of your competition. That's going to help you stay ahead of your industry and what have you. It's just learning, man. Never stop learning. That's the boss mindset. Never stop learning. Never stop trying to become the best entrepreneur as possible, right? Continue to work at it. Look at this picture that I have. I don't know if you can see it right up here. Kobe Bryant, right? When Kobe Bryant first came in the NBA, he was the young Kobe, right? Kobe wasn't the Kobe that you seen when he retired. He wasn't that he haven't reached that peak yet of the Black Mamba or the Kobe before the Black Mamba. Kobe had to continue to work. You know how he continued to work and he got better and he finally, once it was time for him, he had the opportunity to start. He was able to take it and run with it and never look back because everybody Kobe got around a vet, he took pieces from them. When he got around GP taught him how to fight through the strings, how to play defense a certain way, right? He showed him that, right? So he learned from different people how to do special things like Reggie Miller, right? He learned things from Reggie Miller. I think what he said, I think Kobe said he learned how to do the step back from Reggie Miller, right? To where Reggie was saying, I taught him this, I showed him how to do it, and he turned around and used it against us. Remember the playoff game when Shaq fouled out in Indiana and Kobe took over? He said, I taught him that. See, Kobe took pieces from each and everybody that was a vet that he talked to, that he was able to learn from. You already know he took from Mike, right? He learned from Mike. He took pieces from Mike. He took pieces from Reggie. He took pieces from Gary Payton. So different people that he was interested in talking to and learning from. He took pieces from. That's how he got better as a player. And once he got that opportunity to start, he never looked back. He kept going, and he became a five-time champion right before he retired because he put in the work and got better each and every day. He took his craft serious. And as an entrepreneur, you got to be serious. If you're not going to be serious as an entrepreneur, you're not going to make it, right? So it's very important. That's the boss mindset. But the boss move is you whatever you learn, the information you have gathered is you been able to apply it immediately, right? Sometimes people may be quick learners. You might get the understanding of something or get the information quick, but you're not quick at applying what you learn. See, that's two different things, right? You may be a quick learner, but you may not be quick to be able to know how to apply it to your situation. And that's the thing about it. So you got to be able to apply what you learn immediately, right? So, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about actions, right? Action builds confidence and experience. So you want to be able to continue to learn, apply what you learn immediately so you can form actions of building your confidence and gaining experience. So that's very important. That's very important. Number 3 on the list is move with vision, not motions. Hold on, guys. Let me go ahead and take that off the screen. My bad. But yes, well, like I said, number 3, move with vision and not emotions. So you got to understand, man, you don't want to move with emotion because 9 out of 10 times, if you move in with emotions, you're going to make the wrong decision. You're going to make the wrong choice, or you're going to put yourself in a situation that you're going to regret and what have you. So when you move in with emotions, you're going to tend to make bad decisions. And that's what happened all the time. That's what going to I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. If you move with emotions, you're going to make the wrong decisions, right? So don't let your temporary feelings put you in a long-term situation that you wish you wasn't in, right? So you want to move with visions. See, when you move in with a vision, that's going to help you make decisions for the long term. Going to help you put yourself in a better position so you can be able to have longevity within the field of entrepreneur. Whatever you doing as an entrepreneur, when you have a vision and you moving with that vision, that's going to help you make the decisions for the long term, right? Because that's the key thing you want to do. Have a vision. A lot of times people get into entrepreneurship, they don't have a vision to where they going a vision or direction of where they're going to take their brand at towards, right? They don't even have a path carved out so they can put their brand on, right? So it's very important, man, to move with vision. So that's the boss mindset. I always stay emotionally grounded. Don't let your emotions lead you to making the bad or wrong decisions, right? Because of temporary feelings. Yes, we all human. We all have feelings, but don't allow that feelings to become the end all be all, and you lose the sight of the vision of what you are trying to do as an entrepreneur. So the boss move comes in at you want to write down your missions, write your missions down and revisit it daily, right? And that's the key thing to do. And always move with purpose, right? Write your missions down, write them down and revisit them daily, because that's the thing about it, man. Every day you want to be able to accomplish something that's within your list of your goals. What's your missions for today? What you plan on doing today? What is your mission that you're trying to get accomplished? And that's basically what goal that you're trying to complete today, right? It can be a small goal. You don't have to knock out a big goal. You can break your big goal down to small pieces, piece by piece, and next thing you know, you can knock it out and what have you. So don't try to put yourself, like I said, don't try to bite off more than you can chew. Just write down your missions, what goals you want to accomplish for the day, and you revisit them daily. Check in on them. See what, okay, because sometimes you can, like, okay, this goal might be too much, let me take it off the list, let me put it right here, let me put something else right here in the place of the one I just took off. So you can revisit, you can update your list of goals, right? You can take off, you can take some off, you can put some on, right? So this all up to you, but at the end of the day, you want to line every move that you make, you want to make sure you're making it with purpose. You got to have a purpose. What's your purpose of doing it? Ask yourself, what's my purpose of doing this, right? What is my purpose of making this move, right? So you want to move with purpose. You don't want, see, when you move without purpose, right? You're going to lead yourself in the wrong direction, or you're going to lead yourself into a situation you're like, what was the purpose of this? Sometimes, in life you ask yourself, what was the purpose of me doing this? What was the purpose? I forgot, right? So you don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do as an entrepreneur, right? So number 4 on the list is bet on yourself like a business, right? So the boss mindset in that is, first thing, you want to invest in your health. That's the key thing, right? Before we go even further, invest in your health, because if you are unhealthy, you're not going to have longevity in the field of entrepreneur, because health comes first, right? If you have poor health, anything can happen at any time, any given moment. Not saying you can be the healthiest person in the world. If it's your time, it's your time. Something happened, but the risk of it might not be as high as if you was unhealthy, because entrepreneurship is going to be a grind, right? It's you're going to have to put work in. So you want to be not just physically healthy, you want to be mentally healthy, right? You want to be able to be in the best shape as possible, right? Right? So that's one thing you want to do. You want to invest in your health, right? Yourself is a business. Invest in yourself like you invest in a business. So you want to invest in your health, making sure your health is great. If you want to put yourself on a diet that's best suits you, right? If you want to get up every day, do a couple exercises, you want to eat better, whatever you want to do that's going to help you get on the healthy side of the game, do it, right? Another thing is you want to invest in your image, because your image is everything. People don't remember the last thing they heard. They remember the last thing they seen, right? So you don't want that. You don't want to start off in a bad light, having a bad image, right? So whatever image that you have, you want to clean it up, right? Or you want to make sure you protect the image that you do have that's already, is a positive image. People see you. So you want to protect your image. That's the most important thing. Invest in your image, invest in your look, because how you look is how you feel, and how you feel is going to be how you move, right? Because people, believe it or not, they're going to take you serious based on how you look, right? If you come into a place and you dress like you ready for business, people going to treat you as such. If you come in a place and you're not looking like you ready to conduct business, people not going to take you serious, right? So it's very important on how you invest in yourself, investing in your image. And another thing is, you definitely want to invest in your skill set, because you don't want to have limited skill set as an entrepreneur. That's why you have some entrepreneurs, they always taking courses, they taking classes, right? They might get a mentor, right? So they invest in a skill set because they want to learn. They want to get better, because at the end of the day, you want to know how to innovate your business, because the only way you're going to be able to innovate your business if you are investing in your skill set, because it's going to take it's going to take a skill set so you can be able to innovate your business. Because if you are limited, you don't know what to do, how can you innovate something, right? How can you make it your business better? So you want to spend time, spend that money on your skill set, right? Just don't buy any course. Now, I'm not saying just buy any course, right? Because all courses is not the same, right? Majority of these courses out here or regurgitated basic information. You want to buy a course that's legit, that's going to really teach you advanced in-depth skills, so you can be able to become a better entrepreneur, right? So it's very important. And also, you want to invest in your personal brand. See, it's a difference between your a personal brand and your regular brand, right? You have a brand to where, say for instance, your clothing brand. Your clothing brand is something that you're going to promote far as to people to be able to, have something to wear, something people can benefit from, right? People can feel good about getting and what have you. That's your personal brand, that's your clothing brand. Uh, but your personal brand is something that you're going to do on a personal side, that you introducing people to who you are, your daily routine. You got some people that do like personal videos to where when they wake up, this is my routine, this is what I do, this is what I eat, this is where I stop at to get my coffee, whether it's Starbucks, whether it's just an in-town coffee shop. This is what I do. This is the gym that I go to. I work out. I do this. So your personal brand is basically you introducing yourself to people that's within your community. Community meaning people that's following your brand, that's interested in your brand, right? Or you introducing yourself to the world. People can get behind you, and that'd be a way that people you can draw people into now investing and spending money in your clothing brand, the brand that you have on the side, right? Your personal brand is everything. You definitely want to build invest in your personal brand, because that you showing people your authentic side, and people are drawing to authenticity. Like, go back to what I was talking about, Angel Reese, right? People are drawn to Angel Reese because her authenticity. She's very authentic, right? She's very real, right? She's not fake. So your personal brand is everything. People, that's one of the best ways you absolutely can draw people into your brand, right? Your brand, right? Through your personal brand. So it's very important to understand that. So the boss move come in is now you spending money on what builds value, right? That's the key thing. And so you ask yourself, okay, what's going to build value? So I got the boss mindset. Now I'm betting on myself like a business, what have you, right? I invest in my health, I invest in my image, my skill set, my personal brand, all that's going, right? So now the boss move come in, I'm ready to now invest in and spend money in what brings value. What brings value? What brings value is you can invest in coaching, right? Marketing, building your marketing systems and what have you. So that's very important. You can like what I say, build value. That's coaching, marketing, systems that's going to work that you put in place and what have you. So this is what you can spend your money on. This is the boss move. Now you're spending your money on things that going to build value, that builds value for yourself, right? Because you want to be a value to your business, right? You don't want to be a person that's not adding value to your business, because your business is not going to grow. You the sole owner of this business. So you got to add some type of value. So coaching, you can get that through coaching, spending your money on coaching, because you have people who are legit out here who can coach you up to becoming a better self and what have you. Marketing, you do have people out here that very good at marketing and what have you. So now you spending money on things that's going to build value to you and what have you. So the last thing, number 5, is set standards, not just goals. This is the key thing. You definitely want to be able to set standards, because yes, you want to have goals. You want to have something that you're working towards, right? You want to have something that you can accomplish that's going to continue to keep you motivated, because you're going to want because you want to accomplish more goals to continue to help you out. But at the same time, you want to have standards. That's the key thing, right? You don't want to not have standards, because standards going to keep you focused, going to keep you disciplined, right? It's also going to help you hold yourself accountable, right? Because now you have standards. you have a culture that you build, and anything outside of that, it's not going to be conducive to what you're trying to get done, right? So always set standards for yourself, right? Build good habits, and that's one thing you want to do as an entrepreneur. You want to build good habits, because a lot of times, if you start off and you're not building good habits, that's going to lead you down to a road of incompletion, right? You want to be able to build habits, good habits, like making sure whatever you say you're going to do it, right? Making sure you have good habits to the point where whatever you created for your brand, you want to make sure that it's something that's going to be valuable for you to be able to use, right? You want to create good habits to the point where see good. What the thing about it is, a lot of times people have bad habits, right? Bad habits kill your momentum. Bad habits keep you from really being able to progress, right? So definitely build good habits and routines that's going to reflect your high standards, right? So that's the key thing about building habits. Not bad ones, but good ones, right? Because at the end of the day, um, the standard's going to keep you focused. Your standard's going to keep you disciplined, right? Because it's all about accountability, right? And that's the key thing. So the boss move come in at is you waking up early, right? You showing up and preparing, and you holding yourself accountable, right? And that's the key thing. And what's so important, I want to say this, what's so important is you are doing these things when no one is watching. See, a lot of times we want to do it when people are watching us, but it comes in effect when you're doing these things when no one is watching. And now, like I said, that comes in with building good habits, and now you creating a routine for yourself. And now you definitely this routine that you created is going to reflect the standards that you set. Like I said, you boss move is waking up early, show up prepared. You definitely want to show up prepared, right? So that lets you know that you got everything you need so you can be able to be productive today. You can be able to accomplish the goals that you set for today, and hold yourself accountable, right? A lot of times we don't hold ourselves accountable, right? And when you stop, if you don't hold yourself accountable, it's going to be a lot of things that's not going to get done, right? Or if it's getting done, it's not going to get done the right way, like you're supposed to do it, right? So that's very important to understand, man. Set standards and not just goals. Yes, goals going to keep you set goals so you can be able to accomplish what you need to be able to get this business going, right? You set goals so you can be able to stay motivated. So once you accomplish one goal, you're going to be motivated to accomplish another one. And that's going to lead to you being able to execute on the results that you are looking for when it comes to building your business and what have you, right? But standards is going to keep you focused. It's going to keep you disciplined, right? It's going to help you hold yourself accountable. Anything outside of that is a no-no. But that is the show for today, man. So all my entrepreneurs out there getting into the field of entrepreneurship, definitely you can use these things to help shape your mindset into being a boss, carrying yourself like a boss, thinking like a boss, and what have you, moving like a boss. And once you get to that point, now you can be able to apply the boss moves that you need to, so you can be able to execute. You be able to create jobs for people that surround you. You be able to build a strong team and what have you. So that's what's very important, guys. But thank y'all for tapping into the show today. Man, I hate it. I hate my computer is doing updates right now. So my back screen, yes, is off. But other than that, guys, man, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drop. And also, man, smash on that like button, man, so the algorithm know we're dropping real content over here, man. An entrepreneur conversation that we're going to be having.